Hi, my name is Ronen Gordon, and I'm a drum instructor at the Musicians Institute in Hollywood, California. And today I'd like to share with you some tips and concepts and some basic ideas I use in my teaching here at the school. The advantages of using the digital bookstore is that every unit is broken down into sub-chapters, and in each chapter we explain a very important piece of information for that chart. So, for instance, on the first chapter, the student will get an overview of the form with very detailed instructions on what happens in every section, what happens when they have to repeat, where they have to go. All the different questions the student might have is basically, they can find the answer in that first chapter. Then we go over some basic technical or stylistical approaches to that style. And we talk about getting the right sound, approaching the style in the right mindset, different technical exercises that can help them build a facility to play the chart. There's a big advantages where everything is already laid out and you can see how the student is dealing with the new information. The way I would use this curriculum would be basically if I'm trying to see and assess how the student is actually understanding the material. So it gives me an instant overview. If I tell the student, hey, take a look at Unit 3, read through it, and come back next week and let me know and show me what you understood. So immediately I can see an overview of, okay, the student understands certain concepts. I can see certain holes that I could help fix right away without actually spending a lot of time with the student trying to get them to play and try and analyze if he knows what he's doing or not. So just by giving him the assignment of reading the chapter and trying to come back and explain to me what he understood, I can immediately see where the flaws or where things got lost in translation. So it gives me an insight on their technique, on their understanding of music theory, if they know how to read the instructions. So the booklets are very well detailed in language and also in notation. So I'm trying to see if they understand the language being spoken to them in musical form, and then see if they can actually read the notes and understand how to interpret the written examples. If I'm dealing with a more advanced student that has some experience with the style or has better facility, I would ask them to treat this just like a session where we come in and we're trying to read the chart. The charts are detailed enough so there's basically all the parts that they need to play are written out. And we can use that as like hardcore instructions, meaning we have to follow everything that's on the chart. Later on, once they learn the parts, we can use them as guides to maybe expand on the style. So if we're playing jazz or bossa nova, and they're just giving one pattern or several patterns just to use in the song, we can try and expand the information that we have and use the charts in another way to try and move forward.